What up, YouTube? You can't stop trading and investing with your boy James E. Today I want to talk about NNDM, a potential acquisition, maybe. I want to go over the chart pattern and what I'm seeing today as well. But before I do that, man, please click that like button. Please subscribe. It is very much appreciated. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy that likes to analyze and research anything that I find interesting in the stock market. And I like to share with anybody who is willing to listen. So let's just get right into it. Israeli 3D printing company Nano Dimension set for major acquisition. Ooh. That could be interesting. The company has raised another $250 million on NASDAQ. We had talked about that offering at $7.50, which was over 33 million shares, bringing that to $657 million, the amount raised since September. That is big money. Israeli electronic components 3D printing company Nano Dimensions, which has raised an additional $250 million on Wall Street, looks to set to make a large acquisition. Despite having negligible revenue, the company has raised $590 million in 4 offerings in the past month and has raised $657 million since the end of the third quarter as it takes advantage of the boom in tech shares on Wall Street. The company's share price has risen 1,300% since March to give a market cap of $1.2 billion. The company's market cap is similar to that of another Israeli 3D company, SSYS, which had revenues of nearly $400 million between January and September 2020, while Nano Dimensions had a revenue of $1.5 million during that time. Let's put that into perspective. If Nano Dimension is going to be the next big 3D printing company, and obviously people feel that way if they have nearly invested capital of $657 million into a company who has only had revenue of $1.5 million between January and September of 2020 compared to a company that's had $400 million in revenue. Think about that. What does that say? That says that, man, this company may have proprietary technology that could propel this thing ahead of this other one. And I could see in the near future, or sometime even in the distant future, I'm talking maybe 5 years out, that they could be reaching revenue of $400 million annually. If they do that, think about that for a second. 1.5 million to 400 million. We are talking huge growth. This company has the potential. We got ARK Invest continuing to double down their shares. We got raised capital of $650 million thrown into this company. Okay. And they're thinking about an acquisition. Okay. As with the previous capital offerings, Think Equity acted as underwriters of the offering, which is supported by ADVS, Aded Har Even, Root of, I don't want to butcher the names, and David Herbert of the Sullivan and Worcester law firm. Nano Dimensions announced that, as with its previous capital raising rounds, that the new funds were required for working capital and general business needs that could include strategic opportunities, including acquisitions of companies. The amount of capital raised by Nano Dimension, which itself has very modest operations, suggests it is preparing for a large acquisition. 6 months ago, Nano Dimensions hired U.S. investment bank Needham to advise on acquisitions in the U.S. in particular, so that it could add complementary products or technologies to the electronics sector in order to expand the company's distribution channels. Nano Dimensions delisted from the Tel Aviv Stock Exchange earlier this year before the major jump in the company's share price, which allowed a technological breakthrough with the company's Dragonfly device, now available to print 3D printed circuit boards. Nano Dimensions CEO Stern said recently, "We are adjusting our focus in order to leverage our strong cash on the one hand and the claim of the on the markets as a result of the continued influence of COVID-19. While Wall Street is behaving unstably at the moment, on Main Street there is a continuing slowdown following the closure of factories and delays in capital expenditures. This is an environment that allows Nano Dimension to make effective use of the support of its shareholders, and we have at the moment two targets on which we are focusing, speeding up and promoting our R&D, and at the same time looking for a private company to acquire at the right price whose value has fallen, and that is Synergetic. So again, man, they're plotting. So again, what this also tells me, now that I'm looking into the chart pattern, as you can see, every time I think they've been lining up for this, and I think they probably know exactly who they're targeting. Do I know? No, I don't. But I'm pretty sure that this company knows exactly who they're targeting as far as the company that they want to acquire, and that's why they continue to raise so much capital. So I'm actually going to switch up my plan on this a little bit, because what we're seeing here, I was very tempted. If you watched one of my last videos, if you haven't, please go and do so, where I talk about when it topped out in this 1050 area, that I was tempted to sell because I did believe that we were going to have a massive drop. Did I know that we were going to have another direct offering? No, I didn't. But I wasn't surprised when they put out that news of a direct offering. It's because it's what they've been doing every time they had a pop. So what I plan on doing now with this company is, once it breaks this 1050 area and takes a ride again, because there is no clear resistance level until we start reaching those 14s, like I've talked about in all my other videos, that was my clear plan. But because of them now potentially wanting to acquire another company, I believe that they're going to continue to raise capital, and I believe that their target price is probably $1 billion. So since they've already raised $650 million in capital, I believe that they're going to try to close that gap to the billion, and then probably purchase a company and acquire a company at that point. So I believe there's still more rounds of direct offerings to come. So putting that into perspective, once it breaks this 1050 area, when I start noticing the overextension like we've seen here in this day, I am going to definitely sell my shares and wait for another offering. And when that offering comes out, I plan on purchasing it there. From what I'm seeing, the offering will probably be at $9 a share, potentially, maybe slightly lower, but depending on how extended we get. That's what I'm seeing. So my plan now is to, once it breaks here and it gets overextended, once it breaks the high here and it starts getting overextended, I am going to sell into that overextension and then watch the price drop and then watch that direct offering come out. And as soon as that happens, I'm buying up shares right at that offering price, just like it happened here. If you were smart enough to buy this in the 7s, once that direct offering came at $7.50, I mean, you're already $2 in profit when it reached up here in just a matter of a couple days, which is big, because what, $2, that's about a little over a 20% profit, which is great, man. That's a huge return, man. 20% profit is not something to take lightly. That is actually a really great return. So that is my plan, and most likely I'm going to purchase more shares, because if I sell it, wherever it winds up stopping and at the top, that's where I'm going to sell it. And then when it drops, obviously we're getting a discounted price, and then I'm going to wind up purchasing more than what I already have. So hopefully that can help me out significantly in the long run. And if they continue to do these direct offerings and continue to drop the price every time we have a pop, well, then it's a no-brainer to me that that is how I should now approach this stock and play this stock, because I do see the potential in the long term. As I've said, I've done videos on the revenues, I've done videos on the technology, I've done videos on the chart pattern. Everything is lining up beautiful with this company, and I truly believe this thing could be in the $20 range next year, potentially more, depending on what company they acquire and what else, what other part of the market that they're trying to capture. So, everything is still looking good with this company as well. For me, it's a no-brainer purchase. I would just now personally wait to figure out where that next share price is coming. But even right here, even this dip in the 9s, to me, would still be a good potential buy, because I don't see a direct offering coming out until they break this 1050 high. And once they break that 1050 high and have a nice squeeze, I believe that's when they're going to probably write another direct offering and probably price it somewhere around this $9 range. So that's a safe bet to purchase in around this price, because it's most likely that the direct offering is going to be anywhere between $8.50 and $9.50. That's what I am going to guess. That's my speculation, just based off everything I'm seeing as far as the price action and the chart pattern, and then just the way they've been putting out these direct offerings in the first place. So just wanted to go over NNDM. It's poised, man. This thing is looking beautiful. And then if they do have an acquisition, that could only mean more better things for this company, especially with all this money, all this capital that they've been raising. We're talking almost a 3/4 of $1 billion, and I think they're going to close that gap to that billion with another direct offering soon. And I think that direct offering is going to come once we break these highs and take off a little bit. And then going into 2021, again, the last day of trading is today for 2020. And then we're having 3 days off. So that's 3 days of more eyeballs and more people researching and analyzing everything they see in this company. So again, guys, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think of the potential acquisition. Let me know if you think this is a good buy price right now with the price action that's going on now. If you watch this far, please click that like button. Please subscribe. It is very much appreciated. You can't stop Mafia, a mindset movement, meaning never stop yourself, never stop your progress, never stop your education, especially in finance. Having multiple streams of income is an amazing thing, and the stock market is a place where you can do that. So NNDM, still extremely bullish on NNDM. Can't wait for 2021. This is the New Year's Eve, final day of trading for 2020. Happy holidays, happy New Year's to everybody watching. All you guys are very much appreciated. I love seeing you all in the comments. December has been amazing. I can't wait till January of next year. So that's going to be it for today, guys. I'm going to wrap it up on NNDM. I'm going to make sure I keep you guys updated as much as possible. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.